fans of Mofsa have been obsessed with last year's contestants and their intense and very public fallouts. However, there are now even more stars to get hooked on, with the E4 dating show returning for another series. Here's everything you need to know about the cast of Mofsa Season 10. Who was in the cast of Married at First Sight Australia Season 10? Bronte Schofield. The 28-year-old online beauty educator Bronte describes herself as outspoken, fiery and confident. She tends to find herself in situationships and always gets her heart broken, admittedly letting men walk all over her, and is hoping that will change with the experiment. Alyssa Barmend. Alyssa, 35, grew up in Utah, having been raised as a Mormon by her family before moving to Australia. The executive assistant was previously married for 7 years and has a 2-year-old son with her ex-husband. Caitlin McConville. Makeup artist Caitlin is very much a homebody, preferring to stay in and play video games with her dad or spend quality time with her cat. The 27-year-old says she is a hopeless romantic who usually falls for the wrong men. Melissa Shepherd. Melissa is the oldest woman in Season 10 at age 41 and believes this is her final shot at finding love after her 10-year marriage ended several years ago. A mom of one who lives with her twin sister, Melissa is comfortable with her sexuality and expects her partner to be able to keep up with her in the bedroom. Sandy Jawanda. Dental hygienist Sandy grew up in a strict Indian family who wasn't allowed to mix with boys growing up and had no male friends. Her parents are still happily together in their arranged marriage, and so the 36-year-old hopes the experts could find her own perfect match. James Martin apologizes to Jamie Oliver after sneaky admission on air. Lyndall Grace. Accountant Lyndall has cystic fibrosis and at one point, thought she wouldn't make it to the age of 30, but thanks to new medicine, she now has the same lung capacity as someone without the condition. She doesn't want to take life for granted anymore and wants to find someone with the same positive attitude. Claire Nomarhas. Claire, 31, is very close to her grandparents who had an arranged marriage and are still very much in love. The kindergarten assistant, who is admittedly a tomboy with a love of fishing, motorbikes and camping, is wishing to follow in their footsteps to find her soulmate. Janelle Han. Beauty influence. Janelle grew up in a strict Singaporean Chinese family, so their approval of her partner is very important. The 28-year-old lives with lupus and feels the pressure of her biological clock, so is keen to have children sooner rather than later. Melinda Willis. Melinda says she hasn't had any issues with attracting men, just that she hasn't found the right one who is equally ambitious, patient and not clingy. The CEO admits to picking fights with her partners when she gets bored or feels insecure. Tawny Cook. PR manager. Tawny Cook grew up as an awkward teenager, and while she now gets male attention, it doesn't result in a real connection. The 27-year-old says the quickest way to her heart is Thai cuisine, which her mum cooks for her regularly. Adam Seed. Business owner Adam was with his ex-girlfriend for 10 years and got engaged, but soon realized they were too young to settle down. The 35-year-old was born in England with Jamaican West Indian heritage and adopted by Australian parents who raised him in Queensland. Dan Hunches. Dan says he is a semi-retired digital marketing business owner who enjoys an active lifestyle but is missing his other half. The 42-year-old has been married twice before and has a 16-year-old daughter. Cameron Woods. Having grown up on a farm in Queensland and now working as a carpenter in Darwin, Cameron is very good with his hands. but his job does take him to indigenous communities in the remote Northern Territory where he is as far as 600 kilometers from a shop, which isn't helping him find the one. Harrison Boone Builder Harrison is a single dad to a 3-year-old but is open to the idea of having more children. With a dry sense of humor, the 32-year-old has a ridiculously high bar when it comes to love, as he wishes to follow in the footsteps of his own parents who have been married for 33 years. Duncan James Duncan's parents have also had a successful marriage which has lasted for more than 4 decades. The 36-year-old admits he falls quickly into relationships, only realizing they aren't compatible months later. Meghan was not as cool as Prince Harry in meeting with Rebel Wilson, Royal Endeavour's Roger Allam on Fred Thursday's Future After Final series. Cast SNL pays touching tribute to John Head as NBC show airs title card, Tribute. Jesse Burford marriage celebrant Jesse has officiated more than 500 weddings and now wants to be on the other side of the aisle. He is very fussy when it comes to the woman he is looking for, with his list of turn-offs including gym junkies, wine snobs and those who have had plastic surgery. Josh White, advertising client director, is tired of dating apps and getting ghosted after speaking to women. The 40-year-old, who says he can be a yes man, wants to find a solid emotional connection with someone who gives him the chance to speak for himself. Ali Skelton voiceover artist Ali was raised by his mum and 2 sisters and is looking for a strong, independent and patient woman as his partner. No longer wanting to swipe on dating apps to find love, Ali is putting his faith in the experts to find him someone special. Leighton Mills CEO Leighton is the only single person in his group of friends and wants to find someone to grow his empire with. He has often put his work first in the past but has taken time to re-evaluate his life, and what's important is now hoping to find a woman he adores. Shannon Adams Shannon has spent the last year working on himself after finishing an on-off relationship with his ex-girlfriend. The 30-year-old personal trainer now shares custody of his 3-year-old daughter and is ready to build a future with someone new. MUFSA Season 10 starts on Monday, March 6, at 7:30 p.m. on E4 in the UK.